Cam, thank you. Almost $250 million will be spent in next week's budget on measures to stamp out recreational vaping and smoking. The Health Minister announcing tougher controls on the sale and importation of tobacco and e-cigarettes. It'll see flavours and colours restricted, pharmaceutical-style packaging required, and all disposable vapes banned. Let's bring in Dr. Colin Mendelsohn now, the chair of the Australian Tobacco Harm Reduction Association. Doctor, thank you very much for your time. This is a very important subject, isn't it? Do you support the government's move to essentially ban all but prescription vapes?
Look, I think vapes have a very important role in helping adult smokers to quit. And we need to do everything we can to make them easy for adults to access, but reduce access to young people. And I think what the government's doing is misguided, and I think it'll just preserve the black market and it will lead to more smoking. Yeah,
one of the things you're fearful of is the black market and the fact that illegal vapes are more dangerous than those that are sold legally. Is that right?
Well, 90% of purchases are on the black market, and the only way to eliminate the black market is to replace it with a legal, regulated one. And just cracking down at the border, cracking down with policing, hasn't been shown to affect long-term the supply of any illicit drugs, and it won't work for nicotine either.
Colin, I'm a father of a teen. I've seen it firsthand. It's rampant among teens. It's the #1 behavioural issue in schools. I'm sure you know that. How do we stop it? How do we stop access to children? Because our generation learnt not to smoke. This generation is now vaping in large numbers.
Look, I'd rather my children vape than smoke, but of course kids shouldn't do either. And the best way to regulate this, to minimise access for kids, is to supply through sale at licensed retail outlets to adult smokers to help them quit, and with strict age restrictions to prevent access through that legal regulated market. If adults can get their products that way, there won't need to be a black market, and the supply to kids through the black market will diminish.
One of my concerns is if you ban it among kids, will they then turn to cigarettes and have that long-term health effect?
Exactly, and we found that overseas in a number of jurisdictions they have banned or heavily restricted vapes, and they found that smoking rates have gone up in both youth, young adults and adults, because vaping acts as a substitute for smoking, and as vaping rates go up, smoking rates go down.
Dr. Colin Mendelsohn, really appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Mike.